The rounding list is really the physician's home screen in Excel Mobile. Today I'm going to talk about managing the rounding list. There's a whole separate video on how patients get on the rounding list. That's not what we're going to discuss in this particular video. One of the first things that you may want to do when you come to the rounding list is to filter by the particular location. So I'm going to show only the patients that are at Lake Forest Hospital. You'll notice that my location column automatically clears away to allow a little bit more screen real estate for me, and that up at the top you can see that I have 9 patients that are on my rounding list at Lake Forest Hospital, and there are 7 that have not been completed. So there are a couple of things that I can do here on the rounding list. If I want to take a patient off of my rounding list, I can simply tap discharge. I will get a little prompt that asks me, are you sure you want to discharge this patient? And I'm going to say okay. So you'll see that Mr. Landry has entered a new status, which is discharged. I can also transfer a patient. If I need to transfer Kevin Kidd, I can click on transfer. It'll bring up my list of colleagues and allow me to transfer this patient to Dr. O'Rear so that Mr. Kidd will immediately show up on Dr. O'Rear's rounding list and Mr. Kidd will show transferred as mine. Another thing that you might want to do is if you need to transfer or discharge multiple patients, I can do that by tapping on the Actions button. The Actions button will give me check boxes along each of my patients and allow me to discharge or transfer or hide multiple patients. If I want to hide multiple patients, what hide will do, I'm going to select the check boxes and then I'm going to tap on hide. It will temporarily hide them from my rounding list. They will be back on my rounding list tomorrow. But it allows me to filter this list a little bit. And I can still see now that I only have 7 patients that are currently on my rounding list and 6 that still need to be completed. I also have a way to unhide any of the rounding entries that I hid before. All I have to do is click on Actions, and then I'm going to tap on Display Hidden. It'll show me all of the hidden rounding entries, and then I can tap on Unhide or use the check boxes if I want to unhide multiple rounding entries. Then I hit Cancel. It takes me right back to that rounding list and shows me the entries that were previously hidden.